In the world of televised talent competitions, few moments have resonated as powerfully as the night a young girl from Jordan stepped into the bright lights of America's Got Talent and defied every expectation. Iman Bisha, just 10 years old at the time, appeared on stage with the shy demeanor of a typical child contestant. But what happened next would stun both the judges and millions watching around the globe. Instead of a sweet, hesitant tune, she delivered a flawless operatic performance that sounded as though it belonged to a seasoned professional decades older. Her voice soared effortlessly through each note, displaying a control, range, and emotional depth almost unheard of for someone her age. Viewers leaned in, sensing they were witnessing the emergence of a prodigy, while the judges exchanged glances of disbelief and admiration. By the time she sang her final note, the studio erupted in thunderous applause. This was not just another audition. It was the arrival of a talent that would be remembered in AGT history, a moment that transformed Iman from an unknown schoolgirl into an international sensation overnight. And yet, as the years passed, her story took turns that no one saw coming. Long before Emanne Beasha stood under the glare of studio spotlights, her story began in the bustling city of Amman, Jordan, where she was born on September 18, 2008, to Yanel and Emanne Beasha. Growing up in a multicultural household, Iman was surrounded by a unique blend of traditions, languages, and musical influences that would quietly shape her artistry. Her father, who ran a local ice cream business, provided a grounded, supportive home life, while her mother nurtured her creativity and encouraged her earliest performances. The first sign of her extraordinary gift came when she was just 2 years old, effortlessly singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star with perfect pitch, a moment that left her parents both amazed and curious about what lay ahead. By the age of 6, she was singing in Italian and gravitating toward opera, a genre demanding not just technical skill, but also maturity far beyond her years. Recognizing this rare ability, her family arranged for vocal training, ensuring she had the tools to refine her talent. Even then, her performances carried a poise and precision that hinted at a future far beyond the modest stages of her hometown, a future that would soon take her into the international spotlight. Iman's first step onto the international stage came in 2017, when she auditioned for Arab's Got Talent at just 8 years old, an age when most children are learning multiplication tables, not complex operatic arias. Dressed simply, she walked onto the stage with quiet confidence, then began performing O mio babbino caro, a challenging aria by Puccini. Within seconds, the judges' expressions shifted from polite curiosity to outright astonishment. Her voice, steady and powerful, carried the precision of a trained soprano and the emotion of a seasoned performer. Lebanese superstar and Judge Najwa Karam was visibly moved, her eyes welling up as she listened. The performance earned Iman the coveted golden buzzer, catapulting her directly into the finals. Each round saw her tackle increasingly difficult pieces, culminating in a stunning rendition of Time to Say Goodbye that brought the audience to its feet. When the final votes were tallied, Iman emerged as the youngest winner in the show's history, claiming the $130,000 grand prize, and soon after, receiving the King Abdullah II Medal of Merit from the Jordanian monarch himself. In a matter of weeks, she had transformed from a promising young singer into a national treasure, but her ambitions were only just beginning, and her eyes were already set on a much larger stage. In 2019, Iman Bisha set her sights on America's Got Talent, a move that would introduce her voice to millions more around the world. At just 11 years old, she stepped onto the season 14 stage and launched into the legendary aria Nessun Dorma, her voice filling the auditorium with a richness and power that left the crowd silent in awe before erupting into applause. Even notoriously tough Judge Simon Cowell leaned forward, visibly impressed, later calling her performance absolutely fantastic. She earned 4 unanimous yes, advancing to the judge cuts, where her next performance of Caruso drew a standing ovation and a surprise golden buzzer from guest Judge Jay Leno, sending her straight to the quarterfinals. With each round, she delivered technically flawless and emotionally charged performances, Eben, Neandro Lantana, and La Mama Morta among them, earning praise from critics and fans alike. Simon, swept up in her talent, even made a bold promise on live television. If she didn't make it to the next round, he'd eat the judges' table. Thankfully for him, she advanced without issue, ultimately securing a place in the finals. Though she finished in 9th place, her run sparked debate online, with many viewers arguing she was the most talented singer of the season, and that her loss came down to not having a personal sob story to sway voters. While the title eluded her, Iman had cemented her status as one of AGT's most unforgettable voices. Despite being celebrated worldwide for her mastery of classical opera, Iman Bisha stunned fans when she revealed an unexpected side to her musical personality, her love for K-pop. In interviews following her AGT journey, the young soprano shared that she was a devoted fan of BTS, the South Korean supergroup whose electrifying performances and heartfelt lyrics had taken the world by storm. For many, it was a surprising contrast, a child prodigy who could sing Puccini flawlessly, yet also danced along to high-energy pop anthems. Iman explained that what drew her to BTS was not just their catchy melodies, but the way they connected with their audience on an emotional level, something she herself aspired to do in her operatic performances. She admired their ability to blend powerful messages with artistry, inspiring millions across cultures and languages. This revelation showed a different dimension to Iman's identity as an artist, one that transcended genre boundaries and proved her love for music was as universal as her talent. For her fans, it was another reason to connect with her, seeing not just a prodigy on stage, but a relatable teenager with eclectic tastes and dreams that stretched far beyond the opera house. Fresh off her America's Got Talent success in 2019, Iman Bisha made a decisive leap into the professional music industry by signing with Universal Music Group's prestigious Decca Records. It was a remarkable milestone not just for her age, but for the fact that Decca is home to some of the most respected classical and crossover artists in the world. Almost immediately, she released her debut holiday EP, A Christmas Wish, featuring breathtaking renditions of Oh, a Holy Night and Ave Maria. At just 11 years old, her performances carried the warmth, clarity, and emotional depth of a seasoned professional, earning praise from critics and delighting fans worldwide. The EP stood out not only for her pristine vocal delivery, but also for its high production quality, positioning Iman as a rising star in the classical crossover genre. The release solidified her status as more than a reality TV sensation. She was now an artist with a label, a body of recorded work, and a career unfolding beyond the competition stage. And as the industry began to take notice, new opportunities soon followed, including an invitation from one of the biggest names in classical performance to join him on tour. In 2020, Iman Bisha's career reached another extraordinary milestone when she was invited to perform alongside world-renowned violinist and conductor Andre Ryu during his US tour. The collaboration began with a concert at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, where her operatic voice blended seamlessly with Ryu's lush orchestral arrangements, captivating thousands in attendance. Ryu himself later admitted that the first time he heard Iman sing, he was moved to tears, a testament to the rare emotional power her voice carried even at such a young age. For Iman, the experience was nothing short of a dream come true. She had admired Ryu's work for years and now found herself sharing the spotlight with him before international audiences. The tour not only expanded her reach, but also introduced her to a new wave of fans who might never have discovered her through television alone. These performances showcased her ability to command large arenas with the same poise and confidence she displayed on televised stages, proving that her talent was more than capable of thriving in the demanding world of professional touring. It was a defining chapter in her journey, one that cemented her place among the most promising young voices in the classical music scene. As her career gained momentum, Iman Bisha embraced the digital age to maintain a close connection with fans across continents. On Facebook, her following grew past 200,000, while her Instagram account attracted nearly 100,000 admirers eager for glimpses into her personal and professional life. Her YouTube channel became a hub for performance videos, collaborations with celebrated musicians, and behind-the-scenes moments from her tours and recording sessions. Even her Twitter feed served as a direct line to her audience, where she shared updates about upcoming concerts, new music releases, and personal milestones. Through these platforms, Iman's interactions went beyond staged interviews. She responded to fans, posted candid snapshots, and celebrated the successes of those who supported her. This steady online presence allowed her to stay in the public, even when she wasn't on stage, keeping anticipation alive for whatever she might do next. In a world where an artist's digital footprint can be as important as their live performances, Iman proved adept at blending her classical image with the relatable accessibility of a modern teenager, strengthening her bond with a fan base that spanned from Amman to New York and everywhere in between. After years of rapid success, high-profile performances, and life-changing opportunities, Iman Bisha made a choice that caught many fans by surprise. She stepped back from the spotlight. Still in her teens, she decided to focus on her personal life, education, and artistic growth, allowing herself the space to mature away from the constant pressure of public expectations. For an artist who had already achieved more before the age of 15 than many do in a lifetime, the decision spoke to a rare wisdom and self-awareness. Friends and industry insiders believe she's using this time to refine her vocal technique, explore new artistic directions, and gain the life experiences that will eventually deepen her performances. While no official date for her return has been announced, speculation is rife among fans that her comeback will be marked by a powerful album or tour showcasing a more evolved sound. Until then, Iman remains a figure of intrigue in the classical crossover world. A young prodigy who conquered global stages, then chose to pause at the peak of her rise, leaving audiences eager and ready for the moment she steps back into the limelight. Today, Emanne Beasha stands at a crossroads that few artists ever reach so early in life, a place where past achievements and future potential intersect. She has already sung on some of the world's most prestigious stages, earned the praise of legendary musicians, and inspired audiences from Jordan to the United States. Yet, what lies ahead may be even more significant. Industry observers note that her vocal range, already exceptional, will likely deepen and gain even greater richness with age, opening the door to roles and repertoire currently beyond her reach. Fans speculate about possible collaborations, perhaps blending her operatic mastery with contemporary genres or even recording original compositions. Others envision her stepping into mentorship or advocacy roles, using her platform to champion music education and cultural exchange. For now, Iman's story remains unwritten, her next chapter still a mystery. But if her past is any indication, her return could redefine not only her own career, but also the way the world sees young talent in classical music. And when that moment comes, one thing is certain: the stage will be ready, and so will her audience.